Hello everyone, welcome to the show GEAY, where we're mostly gay, but the topics don't have to be. I'm your host Simon, and with me I'm joined by...
Austin.
Taylor.
And we're just going to have a little chit-chat, because this is a podcast, and that's what you do on a podcast. Talk a little bit about yourselves.
About myself? Oh, geez. Where do I begin? Beginning?
Or the end.
Or the end? They're both one and the same? These days, it's just, I don't know.
There is no end.
I'm unemployed.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
How's that going for you? Like, what's...
Well, I got $2,500 just moments ago, actually.
That's
so fun. Things are going well for me. I can pay my bills.
Body, I assume.
Not this time.
Not this time.
Yeah, not this time. It's, fortunately for me...
We're doing a bit right now.
We're not doing a bit, but I'm always doing a bit, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, we're making our lives into a bit.
Well, no, but here's the real deal, is that I don't have money. I got money. I have bills to pay, because I do spend money. And
so
I'm going to pay those bills,
to
and I'm going to continue to grow with my credit score, and the rich get richer.
Oh, yeah. We are the 1%, after all.
Yeah, 1%
look
is
at
something.
That mustache.
Yeah, the poor person can't maintain that beauty right there. No, it's an upper class mustache.
What are you doing on your computer? Get off your computer.
Me?
I'm monitoring audio. I don't know what you're doing.
He's only doing nothing this whole
I have
time.
articles that I'm going to be pulling up for topics.
I just don't like all the clicking, you know?
We just did one, and you did
clicking.
None of that.
I'm going to mute you when I'm editing this.
I want to see it. I want to see a video where everything is just him. Can you bleep it? Can you bleep everything?
Yeah, just bleep everything he says.
Yeah, long-ass bleeps. I love it.
Yeah. Well, we've tried to do this podcast several times. Today, even.
Can you believe it? That technology doesn't work?
Technology doesn't work is the one thing, and the other thing is...
we're horribly incompetent.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm unemployed.
Me too. But we were talking about Mario Kart and how I'm terrible at the game.
He's really bad.
Really bad. Like, so bad that I feel like I can't even play with friends because...
Yeah, we should get
I
you
just
tested.
take away from their enjoyment. That's my...
Why do you think that?
Because I'm so bad.
I feel like you don't understand how much enjoyment that brings to me. Like, seeing you do bad makes my heart flutter.
I don't like it when you guys get 1, 2, 3, and then you're just waiting for me to get 12.
It's true. Somehow, with just
and the
two
room's
people,
quiet, and we're just like...
waiting for you to finish. It's a great feeling for me, personally. A great ego stroke.
I definitely enjoyed it as well.
Yeah. And Cole told me, that it was also fun for him to watch.
Oh, did he say
Yeah,
that?
in confidence.
What's wrong with... Oh, that's not what I thought it was.
Rocket barked something around that vibe as well to me.
Rocket?
Rocket the dog. Yeah.
Rocket the dog.
Yeah, he was watching. He liked
Did you know he learned how
watching.
to drive today?
He did. I sent you a picture. You can't see it because it's on your phone right now. But basically, he's driving a car.
If you can't tell, we're recording the video version of this podcast with my cell phone because my DSLR cameras only record for like 10 minutes at a time, and some of them only record for 3 minutes at a time.
Maybe we should buy a new one.
We need to get a camcorder is what we need. The DSLRs are fine.
Okay.
They're perfectly
It's
fine
just,
cameras.
they're cameras.
They're cameras. They're not video cameras.
No,
Yes.
they'll do it.
Yeah, so... Well, we'll have to invest in one of those, but we need to make money first to do that, because I don't want to spend my money, you know?
Mhm.
You know, the deal.
Of course.
Because I'm also unemployed.
So I have a question.
So, okay.
Say it's back in olden times or some horrible twist on reality now, and you get put into a arranged marriage. Now, you know this person, they're not like 40 and you're not like 12. This is not one of those arranged marriages. Rats. So they will live, conceivably, your whole life. Like, they are your partner for life. But you guys
And they're a woman.
Yeah, for you, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
The idea is that you're in this position where you may not know them, or you may not like them, or, basically, would you be okay with getting married to this person, but then making a pact with them that you're able to have separate romantic lives? And the marriage is just...
I don't know how well that would be received in the time area.
It's secret.
Time era.
It's secret. Like, you guys get to
and
have...
they're on board.
Yeah, they're on board.
I feel like I'd be okay with that. I mean, that's very akin to the idea I had in high school when it wasn't out yet. I had the idea that I would be romantically involved with the girl, but all the physical stuff would be separate. Like, she would be able to do whatever she wanted, I'd be able to do whatever I wanted.
Okay.
So
That
that
didn't end up
great
working out.
idea you had?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
just
the
an
most
open relationship.
ingenious.
People do it.
They do.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think I could get away with it
I
if
think
I
it-
wanted to, but now I don't want to anymore.
I really feel like that's the best laid plans of mice and men. Because, like, everyone says, oh, it's fine, it's easy, and then I think that a lot of people they don't have the constitution for it to do it, and things just go
People
bad.
get jealous.
People get jealous, people...
Humanity.
Right. Well, the other thing, too, is that it's not just, like... I feel like if you're in a situation with another person, and you're totally fine with them doing anything, but what if they get more than you? What if they get... I don't just mean, like,
I'd
sex.
be fine
but,
with
like,
that, but the other person obviously might not be.
right. I mean, it's just it's unequal. It can be selfish. It could be, jealousy. It could be a lot of different things. It takes a lot of immaturity.
That's another thing. You could keep it quiet. I mean, like, you don't not talk to each other about it.
It's true.
But
yeah.
then that could also raise different problems.
I feel like that does not end up well, because secrets don't remain secrets. At least that's kind of what I found. I have very few secrets that I have not told a single soul.
I'm trying to think if I have any. I don't think so, but
No.
That means yes.
I
That means
feel
he has many.
there are a few that only...
Give us an example.
Go fuck yourself,
for the
also.
world.
But I think only you know.
Yeah, probably.
Besides my parents.
Okay. You tell your parents a lot, and not just about you, about me as well. I'm not okay with that.
I refrain. There's certain things I tell my mother, and certain things I tell my father. My father...
About him?
Well, no, because he's...
His mom brought something up to me that was like...
Deeply
It was
personal.
about, like, my sexuality. And I was just like, I didn't know you knew that, and I'm very uncomfortable now.
Oh, no. Oh, I hate that.
I feel like I know what it is, and I think that happened because, like, I think I was just talking about a story or something, and then I brought it up by accident, and then... So I realized
That's how Kate found out.
Oh, yeah,
Before I
she
came out.
found out at Wendy's.
Out of Wendy's, but when I wasn't out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I can believe this is about Kate.
Yeah, obviously now, it doesn't matter to me.
Wait, she found out because he said something on accident?
Yeah.
You...
We were all sitting there. Like, I was there.
Wait, were you dating her at the time?
Kate? Not Katie.
Not Katie.
Kate Morrison. No. Katie was the first person I came out to.
I was gonna say, I thought that was the case.
Yeah. That would have been funny, though.
That would have been comic gold.
Comic. You were like, who did I come out to second? I think it was Cressy.
It was
Which
crazy.
is, Anyway.
Cool. And then, so, like, more, like, there's more stuff I'll probably tell my mom, but then there's a whole other side of our activities that I tell my father, just because he shares those activities as well.
I cannot understand that concept of being so close to your parents to tell them anything like that.
Well, my mom literally knows everything I've done, just, I think in the past couple months.
We're gonna bleep that. I hope you are okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I assume you were asking me. I mean, not that I do anything bad, but I just don't have that kind of relationship with my parents.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't know. It's odd because family's huge in my family, but not for me. And I don't know why. I don't know if it was, like, raised improperly or raised too properly.
Here's the last one. They don't care.
I don't know about that.
What a statement. I mean...
Because there was such a gap between James and Tad that me and Tad were basically a whole new...
You guys
like,
are
as if
routes.
they didn't have kids before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe the climate's different. I mean, your life is also different. The people you met are different. I don't know, the whole, like, I mean, I'm obviously judging this, and maybe I'm wrong, but it sounds like a lot of your experiences with friends have also been kind of like a found family. Like, all the times that I've seen you with your friends are all very into being friends. Like, the friend group is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
And so you might just have gotten, those wires crossed, or, what maybe be typical with other people. Because I know a lot of people, like, I have this one friend, and... I mean, this is just weird to me because it's not something I have, but he hangs out with his family all the time. That's all he does. Is like, what are you doing tonight? And he's like, oh, I'm just with my family. It doesn't mean he's...
Kind of like Trisha.
Trisha
Yeah.
does hang out with their family a lot.
I
She's
think
always super excited to be with your family.
that's great. I think
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just not what I got. I don't know.
And, like,
maybe... another thing it might be is that I'm the youngest, so I have no one younger than me that I want to look out for.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's true.
And, like, I was having a terrible living situation on my own with some roommates, and so I moved out with my dad, and in February, and I thought, oh, if I moved in with him, maybe there'd be, like, more familial, like, hanging outs, because, I mean, back when I was, like, growing up, he didn't come to my life until, like, I was 7, and even then it was like partial visitation, so he got me like every other Wednesday or every Wednesday, every other weekend, and then I never memorized the holiday schedule. That was all over the place.
Oh.
And what was that?
I'm trying to sympathize. I can't though, you know. Never mind.
And so basically, I mean, he's there all the time now. I see him every day, but I mean, I'm still like.
Yeah, it's different because we're adults.
I'm an adult now, so I kind of just in my room, anyways, do my own thing. I mean, every now and then he'll say, "I'm gonna go get dinner now," and I'm like, I just ask where are you going, and I'm like, can I come with? He's like, sure.
Oh my gosh.
Because like I want to go get food too.
You guys are roommates.
Yeah, we're basically roommates.
Well, I'm assuming he announces I'm going to dinner as an open invitation.
Well, I'm sure too, but like but we're at a weird stage where it's like I don't know. Because I'm working and I have my own like paycheck and everything. Does he
expect you to
pay for my own meal when we get there? Is he buying my meals as a father? What is he doing?
Mm-hmm.
And so
I guess in my experience, but I have a totally different experience than you. The parents will pay for stuff.
Yeah,
that's just sort of how it's always been for me, at least.
It changes when you get older, though.
I know it does.
And at our age, for sure.
And see, like I've been living with them since February, and come this month now, since August.
That sounded really pretentious of me, by the way, now that I realize it. The parents pay for things.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean.
But
very lower class.
Yeah. But no, and so, but now, as of this month, if I stay forever long, I stay with him, I pay $100 a month for rent.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And so now I'm, like, breaking that boundary more so towards roommate status than a son staying with his father.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. The dynamic at the household is weird.
Okay. Maybe you should talk about it.
Yeah, what a good drama. Just what are the main problems that you have right now with your father? Good or bad? What's the most dramatic thing?
I don't know. But like he'll still go get all the groceries, and like he like asks me like what should we get, like what are we missing, lacking, whatever.
I mean that happens in my house. Like you know, like if you're gonna go to the store, that's not too.
Yeah, when if I have a roommate at the Pike House, I usually ask, I'm going to the grocery store, do you need anything? And they just say no because they don't want me to buy their groceries. But I send out the sentiment.
But don't your parents also ask that? Or like they ask like, hey, do we have anything, do you need from the grocery store?
Oh yeah, but that's sort of a we thing.
Still, I mean,
it's not like something for me. It's the
right. Yeah, I mean, like most items out there are for like typically things he eats for like his lunches for work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like, okay, so one thing I've been feeling guilty about is like using his kind of his protein and some of his supplements because those are kind of expensive. But like numerous days has he like made an account. I told him like worked out and stuff. He's like, did you make a milkshake? Did you make a protein shake? Did you do this? Did you do that? And like he knows I don't have anything in my room to make this stuff with, and he knows I'm using his because I've made one, like some like in front of him before, but he just hasn't brought it up to me. Or, like, because I just feel bad using his stuff.
I think it's fine. I think at this point I mean, as a parent, it's open source. Everybody can use it.
But like, he buys a bunch of like fruit and stuff like that, but it's always not enough like quantity for the two of us. Like it's always like 1.5 people's worth of like of apples. Like he likes having apples and peanut butter for a snack. I mean, I do too, but I don't do it like he kind of does it casually. He can go through like a bag of apples in like a week, 2 weeks.
Casual.
But it's just the quantities he buys things for groceries is kind of. Are you buying for two? Are you buying for one? What are you doing?
Right. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm. You might be just buying for sale. I do that a lot.
Sometimes you feel bad about buying too much too. Like even if you're like, I'm buying for two people. Like the thing is, like especially like fruit, like you never buy like the right amount. I always feel. I got a good story though with roommates and just sharing stuff. So I was gonna make curry. It was the first time I was gonna make curry. I bought coconut milk. I had it in my fridge. I was ready to go.
What is curry?
Curry is just, it's honestly...
Well, you said coconut milk, and I thought I was on board, and then I wasn't.
Coconut milk is like the liquid base. So it's what it is, it's a gravy that you put on rice.
Okay.
And the gravy is it's flavorful, it's spicy, it's the main dish. Like
spicy.
You have meat in it.
I thought curry was spicy.
Yeah.
But I don't associate it.
It's not always hot, but it has a lot of spices.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Curry is a spice. Like curry is the main spice used in the curry.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Curry powder versus like curry chicken, it can be an adjective.
Gotcha.
But So it's coconut milk. I use it because that's what the Thai version is. So I was getting the coconut milk, and I'm like, hey, everybody, just so you know, I have coconut milk. Don't drink it. I mean, everything else in my fridge, this is open source. If you want to try some, go ahead. Don't open the coconut milk. Because I wasn't going to open it. I wasn't going to drink it. I was going to use the whole thing for the curry. Not but 12 hours later, I come in, opened, and I'm like, hey, so who drank the coconut milk? And first of all, everybody denied it. Everyone's like,
obviously.
They were like, I'm like, okay, well, like, what's going on? Because I literally told you 12 hours ago, don't drink the coconut milk. And the guy's like, oh, it's fine, it was me. Here, I'll pay you for it if it's that big a deal. And he's trying to flip it on me, right? He's trying to flip this thing. Are you kidding me?
Like, of course it's a big deal.
It's an inconvenience.
It is a small problem, but because it is small, it is big.
Well, what makes it big is that you went out of your way to let people know that you were doing something with it.
Yeah. And then the audacity.
The audacity.
To inconvenience you, so you didn't have coconut milk to make your curry.
The only reason, it had plenty for it. The problem is I didn't know when I was going to make it, and obviously things keep better if you don't open them. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to spoil it, and I just was like, now I got a shelf life on this thing. Thank you. Damn. Anyway, so I think
I've never had a problem with roommates. I mean, I guess I'm just saying that so I can't relate to you guys. I don't know. My most...
I could go off.
I've had a dirty roommates, but that's fine. Like, I'm okay with cleaning. I like leaving like cups and stuff around, leaving trash. I'm okay with picking up trash.
Not necessarily your roommates, just anyone really in the house.
Well, that's different. Like, I'm talking about my specific roommate. Mm-hmm. I've never had like a bad roommate.
Even your cousin?
No, he was. I would say better than me. He just played Dota 2 a lot.
Many
basically
people
all
would say that about that.
The only other thing there is that like we would go to Taco Bell at like 2 a.m, or get like Topper's Pizza at like 2 a.m. And sometimes I'd be like going to bed, and then when you get pizza, I'd be like, hey, I guess I'm not going to bed. But other than like that's a very small problem to have.
Right. It sounds almost like it's a personal problem for you rather than anybody else.
Since you come up with excuses, oh, can't go to bed.
You just gotta say no.
Well,
I mean, like, let's be real. The answer is no.
Yeah, but Topper's Pizza, the deal is on Tuesdays you get 2 pizzas for the price of 1. So he's not gonna eat both pizzas. So we each get our own pizza.
You could save it.
But, okay, I just said earlier today I don't like things not fresh.
So this is now a personal problem. It has nothing to do with him. It seems like you have issues.
And Lily Cool Pizza is fantastic.
I also didn't have I guess... I don't know. Because the pizzas are large pizzas.
I know Topper's Pizzas.
I don't have a fridge to put it in is the issue. We had a fridge.
You could pack it in, like, bags.
And
Ziploc bags.
I would have to go to the store at that point, and it's 2 a.m, remember.
Walmart.
Hy-Vee.
And you buy in bulk. Seriously, this is a personal problem. We're all these solutions, and you're getting mad that we have solutions to your petty problem. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree.
We're right.
In the story.
I mean, I'm sure the whole dynamic is different, though, like living in a frat house. Like, that I can't even imagine. Mm-hmm. I mean, as little as comparisons I have now because I have 4 roommates, that it feels a little bit more like there's a house dynamic rather than just, a small little group. Mm-hmm. Everyone's super quiet. That's really all I gotta say. Like, I have certain relationships in the house, and it's just very cohesive. But like, we're not particularly all friends. So I don't know. I don't think that's really a fact.
I mean, your roommates. Like, the reason we have different words is because there's a different relationship.
Yeah.
Between roommates and friends.
True. And honestly, like, having friends as roommates is always weird. Personally.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain responsibilities tied with each word, and they don't always, overlap.
Right. Interesting. I fluctuate between wanting to very much live by myself, like, vehemently, and also buying, like, a mansion and having, like, 20 people live with me.
I know. I'm the same way. Like, I'd like to spend a time of my life just living alone. Mm-hmm. Because then I completely operate on my own schedule, and I don't have to like even worry about anything else.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Worrying about other people's messes, worrying about whether I need to leave the door unlocked, whether I need to lock the door, like to my room. I mean, mm-hmm. I've always wanted to like shower with the door open, so the air circulates. I've never been able to do that. I've also wanted to walk around naked. I've never been able to do that.
Wow, here are the real secrets.
You are trying to live life, my friend.
I am, but I don't think I'd want to stay that way.
I
there's an attraction to living with a bunch of people like I do now.
Yeah. No, I think so too. The thing is the privacy and like walking around naked and everything. I honestly, some people have told me that it's like a really big deal. I don't think it is. I think it'd be a novelty.
It'd be a novelty.
It'd be like a year tops is all I'd want. The thing is too is I think it's really gross to like leave doors open. Not shower, and showering's different, but like to like go into the bathroom, leaving the door open. I can't. I physically can't. You know, I already have enough anxiety going like out in public.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
even in my house, like it's disgusting. And then also the circulation problem, same thing. I don't want my house smelling like the bathroom.
That makes sense.
I know.
That makes a lot of sense.
Not incense though. That's
Yeah, I typically shower. Like my dad's gone at work all day, so I typically leave the door open just so.
He's disgusting. That's what that means.
But I closed it today because I left the door unlocked for you just to walk in, and yet I come out of the shower with the text, should I just walk in?
I've been waiting there for like 5 minutes maybe.
Door was unlocked.
I figured the door was unlocked, but didn't hear your dad was home, and I don't like just walking in when your dad's home.
Okay, so when you're walking to the building on the sidewalk, you know, if you see a silver Dodge.
Silver Dodge.
If it's not directly in front of you, he's not home.
Okay.
Such a high maintenance friend.
Well, who isn't?
I meant him for having all these rules.
No, that was shade thrown at you. I'm kidding.
Bastard.
Rules.
There's no shade.
No shade.
We unlocked anyways.
Should I edit in like the shade button sound at that
Please.
point?
Just do it over the bleep you'd have me do earlier.
Okay.
I think that we should replace all the audio with the shade button.
Ah.
Yeah, I think we'll do
Genius.
infinitely better that way.
And make the audio version of the podcast interesting.
Yeah, I think that's really all it needs.
No, but yeah, I'm definitely same boat. I think a year tops is all I need to like live by myself. I mean, when I was living in the house off O Street, I basically had my own like room and like a small little half room, and then right next door was a kitchen, and then down the stairs was the basement.
Okay.
And so basically, I had everything I needed right near me. I didn't have to go out of my way to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I was kind of like my own little area, my own little like mini house.
Mm-hmm.
The only downside was the living room being behind one of my doors,
People.
and the entryway, and they're loud as hell.
Loud people.
3 things that I need, I think, when I live alone. Soundproof walls. Not because I'm doing anything, but just because I need that sort of solidarity in my...
jerking off. You don't want people to hear.
You
Clapping. He means clapping. You don't want people to hear you clapping.
Yeah.
clapping on the dick. What are you doing?
I'm jerking off my ego.
Yeah.
Applause for myself, TJ, you disgusting creature. Anyway, soundproof walls, so I can't hear other people. I want to have a soundproof domicile. People aren't listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
People don't like listening to me. Second, I want to have a what is it called? A studio apartment. I want to have a huge open concept,
Everything
big
in
walls.
one spot.
Everything on one spot, but I just want no walls. Like I just want there to
The
not
openness.
really be rooms. Yeah,
Gotcha.
like I want there to be a lot of space. Like I want it to have the like square.
Is it
surface.
walls or is it doors?
It's both. Like
Because like, would you want a house where everything's archways or like grand archways? So there's basically no wall, but there's still separation.
I want obviously I want something for the toilet.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
clearly.
But yeah, no, I mean I think grand archways are good, but they have to be like really wide. Like they don't need to be like really like
doorway
opulent.
archways. They need to be like
Right. Like I
double,
mean
triple
like,
doorway.
Yeah.
Maybe even bigger.
Like I want there to I want the bedroom to be right adjacent to the living room. For example, I want that. And then third, I want it to be in a place that's interesting and new and foreign. Some place where it's like my hub. Like right now in Lincoln, I've been here for so long, I don't want to have my own apartment here.
Mm-hmm.
There's
nothing new.
There's nothing new. It'd be nothing fun. I wouldn't be able to hoard things. I wouldn't be able to bring things back that I don't want people collect and see. And
Yeah.
All right.
Fun.
And then I don't know, just meeting other people too would be a lot easier to have in a new place than living with other people.
Yeah.
Also, no randos. I'm out of randos.
No randos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, randos are tough.
Yeah.
I've been lucky to not have to deal with randos. I mean, in the fraternity, it's big enough so I don't have a personal relationship with everybody, but I've seen everyone's face, so it's not completely rando.
I will say, I think fraternity life is different than randos because with fraternity life, you're in a thing that's going to force all of you to hang out, and with randos, like I had randos, we only had the roommate situation, and then it's like, who are any of you? Also, like, you don't care.
Yeah, and see, that's why I'm waiting for you, if you are to transfer, to look for places, because I'd rather not, because I want to live like some. I think I'm looking at like places like downtown, like Aden or Latitude or
Don't live there.
I'm thinking Aspen is my number one choice.
Oh my god, don't live there.
Why?
Because those places are horribly expensive and they're like really not good quality. Like you walk down those hallways, they're just holes in the wall. Like it's not a good situation.
Well, I think my favorite is Latitude, just for the fact that it has its own amenities.
It's the worst. I've been there.
Aden's definitely the worst.
I don't know. Arguably, there's constantly security issues. There's constant issues with payment. Constant issues with like not faculty.
Where did you live?
I lived in the bottoms over in Stadium Walk Apartments, and I thought that was a much better situation. I only paid $350 a month, and you're gonna be paying
How many roommates did you have?
I had 2.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was wonderful. Everything was huge. Everything was big.
Another option that's even like closer to campus would be 50/50.
I think that's a better idea, personally.
Yeah, I've been
heard
inside
really
some of the 50/50 like rooms, and I mean it's right there. It's basically touching campus.
This isn't any different than Latitude and Eden, but the problem with the 50/50s is that they're very much a dorm setting,
Okay.
and I don't like that.
Dorm as in communal bathroom?
No.
No. You can
Dorm apartments, basically.
Okay.
Where there's very minimal space.
Okay.
You have a minimal room. You're very close together. You have one shared space, but even that shared space is not very big. Like for example, the Stadium Walk Apartments is a very good setup. You're very wide, open areas. I mean, not to sell this place, of course, but I'm just saying, like, go into a different apartment complex, you're going to have a much more interesting floor plan.
So, like, the one I've seen is, like, they use a 3x3, Simon. That's what a floor plan for a 3x3 looks like.
Okay, so that's a small kitchen.
It's
kitchen.
very small kitchen. So,
They're very small bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my bedroom thing was, like, over, like, 120 square feet, 144 square feet. Like, it was good.
I like numbers. That doesn't mean anything to me. Compared to this room that we're in right now.
This would roughly be the size of my bedroom.
Okay.
And this would not be the size of those bedrooms. Yeah.
No, yeah, they're 10 by 11s.
It's also, we've been talking about places in Lincoln that I don't even understand, so the viewers probably don't either.
No, it's fine.
Cool.
I just, you want a bigger place.
I said names, so now they can look them up.
They're not going to look them up, TJ.
Who's also going to be viewing this podcast?
Well, in the future, if this gets picked up anywhere, you never want people to be left out of the conversation. Or
It's true.
Anyway. So, what have you guys been playing? I know you've been playing Bloodborne. What about you?
Well, I was actually, just this past weekend, playing
Such a great transition.
the Lawbreakers beta.
Oh, yeah, you should tell me about that.
It was supposed to be like the competitor for like Overwatch for consoles. I mean, even though Overwatch is on consoles, but it's very fast paced.
It's a multiplayer game.
The big gimmick is that there's parts of the map that are anti-grav.
Ooh.
And so like basically the central point by the objective is anti-gravity, so like you can jump and like basically keep going, and then it's kind of slow down. And so there's like a set of 8, 9 kind of like classes, I guess, and you're on either one side. You're either on the Law or the Breaker side, and so they have their respective players for each one. And basically, the beta ran from like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that through the weekend, and so I just downloaded it on my PS4. My dad got it, and so I just started playing it, and it was pretty fun. Some of the classes were hard to use for me, just because I guess just didn't fit my playstyle.
Yeah.
I focused. My main was the Wraith, and basically it's just kind of like this faster character. It's got the pistol and then like a knife, and basically you got 3 jumps, which was really handy. It's 2 abilities where like I could slide and then shoot this like little thing called the Stinger. You can either shoot it and make it blow up, or it'll blow up after a certain amount of time. And then my special was basically I could shoot like this like wave, this like pulse, and anything it hits within slow down.
Oh, fun.
It's not gay enough for me.
Is
Flat
Overwatch gay?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
my, yes. Look, it's so gay.
I'm looking at the audio.
Literally, Overwatch has, like I would say a fourth of the characters are some sort of queer. And they really marketed that, and that's why it's gotten a lot of, like, press.
I feel like Overwatch is fun, but I'm bad at games, and it's, like, it's a game you have to be good at to like.
It is just a cluster.
It's a clusterfuck. There's so much going on the screen.
So
It's very
much
fast paced,
going
and like I feel like for you, unless you put in like hundreds of hours, you're not gonna like
yeah.
it.
Like, I'm not good at PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but I like it a lot because it's slow paced and there's still a lot of like tension and adrenaline the entire time, even though it's like a 30-minute game. Yeah, I guess. I was playing when I was in Omaha, and
Got your first kill?
I got my first kill, and that's not very like surprising, but my computer can't run the game very well at all, like even at all.
Oh, at all.
At all.
Even a bit?
What?
Even a bit?
Well, I mean, like, it's better when I'm in Omaha, I think, because I have a better internet connection there than I do here. But it's still, I have to run all those settings on as low quality as I can, and it's still laggy and stuff.
So basically just rectangles moving around.
Yeah, but like, well, a little more detail than rectangles. But no, I get the sentiment. Because I'm playing it on this laptop, and like this laptop doesn't have a video card, basically, at all.
Basically.
So until I like finish building my computer and put something together that can actually run the game decently, I think I'm doing probably as good as I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was able to get a kill, and I got 12th place that round, which is the best I'd ever done.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Out of how many?
100.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think what was my record? 9th?
9th.
But I didn't get.
You played.
But I
we
didn't
didn't run
any
into
kills.
anybody. Is the thing. Which is
Yeah,
also.
I did. No, yeah, I did. There was a couple times where guys like literally ran past me. And I was like,
I mean, run in us. I mean, like fight anybody.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with anybody.
At the very end, when I died, a guy walked in, saw me, and then walked back, and then started coming around the corner shooting me, even though I was like shooting the entire time. And
Yeah.
I love Battle Royale, so this is just such a good game, I feel like, in concept. Like,
have you seen it at all?
No.
We'll play it, or I'll show you videos of people playing it so you can get a better idea. It's very much Battle Royale.
Yeah, no, Battle Royale is awesome. It's, I mean, the tension that you said, like, and it's a perfect situation where you add in all the tension of, obviously, people versus people, but then you have the area just randomly will destroy you. Like the area is just as lethal as anything else. And no, I think that honestly, like, I mean, obviously the big comparison is Hunger Games. I think it lacked that. I think it really didn't have the same kind of feeling.
It lacked it in that the game makers were supposed to make the world deadly.
It's too complicated.
It's also too targety. Like,
it's
something random about this spot right now is going to have bombardment, and that'll just change randomly.
Yes.
And then like it also like it's closing in the whole play area is closing in. And that wasn't a Hunger Games thing.
And also like as the game progresses, so like the game area will shrink as the game progresses, but then also in late game, if you're out in the zone that's after it's already past you take more damage than you would have if you were out in the zone in the beginning of the game.
The later the game, the more damage you take outside of the play zone.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm. And what's great is that you can play solo games, and then you can also play squad games, and so like people can make servers where they can set the limit as to what your squad can be. It could be 2, it could be 4, it could be 6.
Yeah. I played in a squad of, I want to say 8. No, it had to have been 6. I don't remember.
I don't think it was.
Yesterday, and it was a Rooster Teeth server. Miles and Blaine were playing.
Yeah, late night last night?
Yeah, late night. I played the last game that they had. As soon as, like we're in the lobby, like, where the countdown is, and then as soon as it goes to, like, in the airplane, my game froze. And I had to, like, close it and reopen it. When I reopened it, I was already outside the play zone, I was losing health, and I think my whole squad's game froze because half of them were dead by play zone, and a few more died around the same time I did by play zone. So I think we all just got screwed.
Because of you?
I don't know. I hope it wasn't because of me. That would be very bad. Very bad.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yes, I would very much so like find someone who has a computer so we can play it.
I know. Yeah, I would like to play it where I can play it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Honestly, there is just such a double-edged sword getting like a gaming computer, because obviously it's great to have the highest graphics and play in the moment and everything's going great, you have your own little space, but then like in 2 years it's done. Like the graphics card just exponentially gets better. And everyone's like judging you, and I don't know where people are finding the resources to buy all the stuff.
Yeah, like a good graphics card's like $300.
It's so much.
It's crazy.
I mean, honestly, it's the same kind of concept with the phones, though. Like whenever they come out with a new phone, I can't believe that people would actually just immediately dump their phone.
Yeah, they have the newest until the newest comes out, then they get that newest. It's like going from generation to generation, I don't understand those people.
No, like if I had somebody pay for it, like if I worked for the company, obviously I'd take it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like this is people like just going, oh, number 7's out. Well, I don't have a 7. Gotta get a 7.
Mhm.
$500.
Yeah.
If not more. Like
Yeah.
that is so much.
They're crazy.
And I do understand, like, obviously, like what happens to me is I usually get the new generation whenever my contract's up. Like when it's time to get a new one, I usually try to get. But I think that's also like different.
Mm-hmm.
But graphics card has always been the bane of my existence and always the reason that I have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Now, question.
Answer.
I mean, hopefully you have an answer. So I don't like I understand everything we're talking about right now, but like I don't have that computer knowledge to answer the question myself. Is it possible just to like get a graphics card and then say with your laptop, does it have to be integrated on the motherboard, or
No, it's a separate.
Can you like so say can you get an adapter and just attach it to the USB
Oh.
and then make his like tell
Like
his laptop to
like
run
an external
the
graphics
graphics
card. I don't
card.
think those exist. The hard drives are internal and external. Those exist.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any other part works like that.
No.
Like I can't update my RAM on my laptop. And that's the other thing. Like I could open up my laptop. I don't think I'd be able to take the pieces apart.
Well, the problem is that you're saying that okay, so memory can be USB, nothing else is USB. So, like, you could essentially build a computer that would have the port on the outside that you could do that, but that's not what you do for the tower. You put it inside. That's the point.
Mhm.
So, like, basically, if you made it so whatever the RAM's connected to, so like motherboard or the hard drive, you'd want that port to be on the chassis, and you're not going to be able to really find a commercial part that would do that.
Okay.
So, yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my question.
I mean, you can also hypothetically put in a switching circuit into the thing where you have multiple different types of RAM, multiple different types of graphics cards. So if you want to, for some reason, switch to everything, you can. But, I mean, again, pretty much everything is possible, but commercially not available.
Yeah.
Is what I would say. But yeah, that's all fun. Electrical engineering's great. Everybody should do it. Only takes you 20 years.
Yeah, he's so happy with it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing in the world, and I'm glad I spent $60,000.
Ugh.
I know.
School's expensive. I
School's
don't like that.
expensive.
I don't know how, but like I'm like surprised so far with schooling. I've only racked up like $10,000 of student loans.
But you get a lot of grants.
I do. My family's poor.
Ew.
So
Ayo. Honestly, the worst part is that I totally qualified for the Pell Grant, but I did not get it. It would have been.
You can qualify but not get it.
I should have qualified. I have all there are qualifications that they listed. I have it.
well, I'm
but I
pretty
was
sure
not named.
the Pell Grant they don't even do anymore because the Pell Grant. I know there's one grant that I got my freshman year. They don't do anymore.
Okay. I mean, it's also potential that you just don't qualify anymore because of the same reason I did. Like
No, like
they
I went
only
to the
have so
financial
many.
aid office. What like because like I qualified for it, but I think it was coming back from my internship last summer, and so I was a bit slow like accepting scholarships and stuff like that. And so when I went to go accept it, I was like a day late or something, and they told me, "Oh yeah, we can't give this to you because they stopped servicing that grant."
I mean, it's possible. The thing is that I like this about our state, but if you get the Pell Grant, you get a full ride. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, so the Pell Grant does some stuff for everybody, but specifically at UNL, if you get a Pell Grant, they'll pay the difference between the Pell Grant and how much your tuition is. Fun, and it would have been great to get, but whatever.
I went to Omaha because I had free tuition, but then I threw that away after the first year.
It happens.
Happens, you know?
You know, life is just a box of chocolates, and they all give you diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. That's the...
I don't even know if I would have been able to keep it, because I changed my major anyway. I don't
Was that
know if it was
Scholarship
specific.
major specific?
It might have been. I don't
It's
know.
not the Regents.
The Regents?
No.
I thought it was because I was going there for computer science. That's where they offered it.
No.
No?
No.
Well,
It's
too
just
bad for me.
Yeah, it's just
You're
ACT
dumb.
and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an excuse for my second semester of my first year. I can say for my first semester that I was busy spending all my time worried about initiating into Pike, but I really wasn't.
Yeah.
You know?
I just think that, like, college is not something that... Like, it's a completely... There's such high stakes. It's so ridiculous,
know.
the stakes that are high. And I don't think anyone's really emotionally or mentally mature enough for it after high school.
Yeah.
And honestly, like,
that's more of an issue with the way high schools run than it is with the people.
I could agree with that. Like,
Yeah.
I think that it's not that, like, human beings are mature enough. It's that we're not prepared for college.
Yeah.
And it's not like we need to have more school. It's that I'm
It's
not
that-
ready for life. Like, I don't have any life
like
skills.
what we study in high school can be done differently.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, you know how you take math from as soon as you can, like, read numbers or whatever?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that with, like, life skills?
I think FCS is the most underrated subject, period. Like, you can live your entire life with no intelligence, but if you physically know how to do skills in a house, you'll be able to sustain yourself.
Yeah.
It's, like, seriously, like, I think I started, like, I've always paid attention to FCS, and, like, our food and wellness class I took in high school as well. And so, like, I've always, like, kind of dabbled in the kitchen when I was younger, but never, like, making, like, exquisite, like, cuisines.
This episode's brought to you by Blue Apron. It's not, actually.
It's not.
It's not. Do not sue us, please.
But no, but I became more aware with, like, how to cook, and make better, actually more, like, finer meals, during breaks, during my freshman year of college, where my mom would be busy working all the time because she's a social worker. And so, I wanted to make meals so that when she comes home during, like, half an hour break she's got for drop-ins, she can eat something real without having to, like, go and get fast food all the time. And so it just amazes me that I can do something like this, but then someone, like a friend I know, she's in high school, and achievement for her last month was learning how to make ramen.
Learning
how to make ramen.
It's reading. I mean, that's all cooking really is. Well, there's more. There's, like, hand-eye coordination.
Well, as funny as that...
But it's just so sad. Like,
yeah.
Like,
how do you learn how to make ramen? Even when I, like, didn't know what ramen was, I knew how to make ramen.
Yeah.
Well, okay, if you're not comfortable, like, boiling water, if you're not comfortable, like, putting it on the oven, like, it's not hard, obviously, but I was always afraid to do it because I'm like, I'm going to burn the house down. I don't feel like anyone taught me how to do this, and so I'm not going to just go for it.
Interesting.
And I don't know if other people have the same kind of, like, consciousness about it, but I mean, I don't know how to sew, I don't know how to, like, do laundry, like, I do now, but, like, when I was in high school, going to college, it was all new, and it shouldn't have been.
So
I mean,
odd to me.
Laundry is still a thing I'm, like, tackling, because, like, I want to be, like, go all the way and, like, separate clothes, but, like, I don't do that. I just do cold water. Like,
well, that's the other thing. It costs so much to do laundry outside of a home that...
Yeah, like, if you're going to, like, a laundromat or something, it's so expensive.
I'm not going to pay $10
in quarters
for one laundry for 20 different separated clothes.
Yeah.
If I can just wash them all on cold, and they'll be fine.
Yeah.
Is there an advantage to washing them on hot?
Yeah, you get stains out better, especially with whites. But the problem with hot is that
they bleed.
Colors.
Yeah.
Colors bleed.
They lose color.
Yeah. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Even
No,
if they're all
and, like...
colored together, it's to lose color to the water.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's hotter. It's more.
And, like, a good skill I still use for my FCS class is sewing. Like, buttons pop off all the time.
Sew?
I sew.
I have missing buttons in some coats, and I want to take them to, like, a dry cleaners, but I feel like it's being too dramatic about it.
Side note, pin that. What is a dry cleaners? That's something that, like, so a lot of my clothes are, like, dry clean only. How do I do that?
You Google local dry cleaning.
So as an adult, as a person who can function in the real world, I can Google how to do something. But that's a failure of our education system.
Yeah.
Because we need that. That's a service that, honestly, like, if you have
I've ruined. I had a sweater that was dry clean only that didn't find the tag for it, so I just washed it, and it's got holes and stuff in it now.
And that's just the problem. Some of these things are so delicate that and valuable. Like, I have that awesome, like, Letterman's jacket that I found at Plato's Closet. I could not wash that. I've been so afraid. It smells terrible. It still looks good, though, and people don't get too close, so it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
But I can't wash it because I have to dry clean it. I want to have not one item. I feel like I should have a load to go to the dry cleaners, but I don't even know.
Yeah.
And
no, dry cleaners are for, like, 1 or 2 items.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need a load. They'll be mad at you if you bring a load. I think.
Because, like, I
only ever bring, like, a suit jacket.
Well, because, like, I want to dry clean my suits.
Yeah, you can bring, like, suit pieces. That's what dry cleaners are for, like, suits and then, like, some nice shirts.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
and also, like,
materials.
I'm also holding off because, like, how much do they cost?
I think, like, $20
per thing.
Per thing?
No.
Oh.
I don't know any other information.
And, I mean, obviously there's other people who have an entire different lifestyle where their family just does this, and you probably know what's going on, but, again, that's just so... Not to get, like, super visceral about this, everybody has such disadvantages against other people who know how to do these skills, and we should have our education system fix that gap. of education.
Yeah, obviously.
So like, I'm just like, there's some like my button-up shirts. I know it's probably better to get them dry cleaned, so I just hold off, like look it up. But then I just don't end up washing them. But like I work like 4-5 times a week, 3-4 times a week, and so like I have to dress up every time. And so some of my shirts, I mean, I wear undershirts, so it's not like I'm getting like, sweat in them. But
Undershirts never work for me.
undershirts,
Like I'll wear an undershirt and I'll still sweat
Through them.
Yeah. So I don't like. It's just extra clothes at that point.
I mean,
don't
you
like wearing
also were a victim to
the
fallacy.
antiperspirant fallacy. Yeah.
Eh.
Antiperspirants make you perspire more.
What?
Yeah.
Explain.
I've started wearing deodorant and I perspire much less now.
There was actually a study done that they actually make you perspire more.
How's that possible?
It's a scam.
Scam. Wow.
It's like double stuffed Oreos. There's actually only 1.87 times.
That is not.
Okay, that's not a scam.
They say double. I expect double.
That's like saying, like how they can say 0 calories. They're not 0 calories.
Right.
Like they have calories, but like there's a margin of
Error.
you can say 0.
Yeah.
That's what they mean by double stuff. Like there's a margin of error that they.
Well, you're gonna have Oreos that are like not one stuffed. What's a stuff? You know.
Yeah.
there's already a marginal of error from the beginning of this. But no, that's upsetting.
Yeah, but so
It is.
take your current status of sweat. Try a regular deodorant that's not antiperspirant.
Oh, I don't do antiperspirant. I never have. I sweat.
What?
Well, I'm upset that there's. I was like, oh, that's great. If I have a problem, there's some option out there other than what is it? Laser. It's the Botox. You can Botox your sweat glands and you won't sweat.
Oh, what?
But not sweating's a problem.
It's a problem. You want to sweat.
You want to sweat,
Yeah.
but I just don't want to like
Sweat
sweat by just sitting here.
Mm-hmm.
Like that would happen. I would get pit stains from just leaving my arms down.
And that's always so bad.
I know.
I as a person try to, when I see that on somebody, I try not to judge them. I try to be
But
like,
you do.
But you do. And I know that lesser
And
people are.
I know what
gonna
happens to
immediately
me.
do
I
it.
still judge people.
Yeah.
Or like judges in the sense of like,
Oh. Right. It's a silent, but it's a syllable judge.
Yeah.
Gosh, there was this one girl in high school though. She literally Botoxed her armpits, and she is like,
Where's she now? Is she dead?
No, but the cells in her armpits are.
R.I.P. cells.
R.I.P. cells.
R.I.P. Vine, honestly.
But no, yeah, there's music teacher in high school. He like one of his first few days, he told us about how he sweats. He has a condition where he sweats a lot, so his hands will be super wet all the time.
Wet.
I hate shaking sweaty hands. It's the worst
Yeah.
feeling I've ever had.
Like, and
Wipe your hand
and
before you know what's going to
like,
happen.
and he hits out hardcore. He gets super sweaty up here on his forehead, and like
he needs a rag. He needs a rag. That's.
He needs an internal like fan.
Do you guys feel like when you sweat, do you smell?
Oh, I did today,
Okay.
but I
feel like
it's not constant.
Okay. I go to the gym.
Especially the armpits. They'll start to smell.
If I use deodorant, absolutely not. I go to the gym and I'm sweating up a storm. I'm saturated. I am that guy's hand. I'm wet.
Ooh.
And I smell myself and I'm like, no, I smell like nothing. Yet everyone else around me, and I swear, they smell so bad.
It smells.
It smells. And it smells like it's coming from 2 people. And it's not... It's clearly localized and then spreading. It's not everybody.
Gotcha.
And it's certainly not me. But I was curious.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I've noticed is that since I've started using deodorant, I've had body odor.
Again,
yeah. Like antiperspirants, I would never like smell bad if I didn't put antiperspirant on for a couple days. But if I go a couple days without putting deodorant on, I'll just smell.
Because then your body comes accustomed to that scent, and so the moment you stop using it, you smell it.
I don't know if that's true.
But my antiperspirants have the same scent. Is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's like how like the chemical is more like slimy, you know, instead of just like I don't know. What would you describe antiperspirant as?
More viscous.
I guess, but I feel like that has something to do with it.
I can see that.
I mean, I haven't had between the antiperspirants and like the regular deodorant I've had. They've kind of been the same thing. I don't know what you're.
I don't know.
Do you ever use sprays?
No.
I feel
I'm
like
not in middle school.
I was gonna say I feel like I've already inhaled enough toxic clouds of Axe body spray. I literally like. What did somebody? Yeah, I'm having phantom pains. Literally, what it felt like whenever you walked into the room, you could feel it on your face, you could feel it on your skin. Someone took a piece of duct tape and just put it around the axe and
Put
threw
one
it
in each
in.
corner.
Yeah, and then just left.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what is this? What is this atmosphere? Like, we should do a scientific experiment. Like, what is the weight of this atmosphere?
Did anybody ever use the showers in middle school?
No!
Somebody did when I was there.
Did they pee in it?
No, they would like shower, but they would be like they would have like I think trunks on. I think they had
Questions?
trunks that they brought.
But what possible circumstance at Lux would you have to shower?
I don't know, after PE.
That's not. They don't give you that time.
They don't, and the lockers are just so small.
Right. That's the biggest thing. Is like, what time do I have to shower? Like, if I had a double period of PE, sure, we can make that work.
Yeah,
But, I mean, even back in the day, like, how was anybody showering? There's no time. Like, and the time that there is, I'm not gonna shower.
Yeah, the only time I ever showered at school was when I played football my freshman year. And they made you shower because there was like a fungal disease that.
Athlete's foot.
No, it was different from athlete's foot.
Jock itch.
It might have been something like jock itch.
Gingivitis.
But they wouldn't let people go home without showering so that players didn't get infected.
My question to that is that was extracurricular though, right? So it wasn't school time.
Yeah, I only showered after.
So you had plenty of time, right?
I heard some weird ass stories about the showers though.
I mean,
why are people awful? Like,
people are awful.
Like it's not that like, oh, it's like, you know, something weird. Or
I would prefer the atmosphere to be awkward and nobody talk to each other, but it wasn't. It was so social.
Everyone's social.
That's so weird.
So weird. When I was going to Japan, we had this camp, and they were talking to us. They were supposed to talk to us about not raping people and like not having sex, and that was supposed to be the mentality. But instead, this awesome organization was like, "Oh, you're gonna have sex. Let's be real. You're gonna go to a foreign country. You're gonna have sex." I was like, first of all,
whoa, foreign country.
So the weird thing is the advice we got was how to deal with the other social situations in the showers. But it wasn't like, oh, here's some weird things that happen. It was like, what do they do with their penises? Like, and it was like, what is going on here? I paid money for this. Like, I don't even know what to say.
Simon, can I call someone out that we've both played sports with?
I would not.
I would use a different name, but describe them.
Okay. Let's go with
Simon.
Are they from Texas?
No.
Okay, that's not who I'm thinking of. What? Do they have a twin?
No.
That's not who I'm thinking of.
Okay. Let's go with I'm trying to think of another adjective. John Stinky. But
John's
he's kind of a big fellow.
Big John.
Big fellow.
John's a suited name.
Yes.
Ooh. So all I got is Stinky and Big.
Okay, so who? What does he do? Tell us. Like,
Well, in the locker room, he was just more actively social than the others, and like he was the guy.
Did he post in our group recently?
No.
The senior group chat? No, not him.
Mm-mm.
okay, so
just think
don't guess.
real big. And so he'd be the kind of guy, like, after baseball practice, he would be in the locker rooms, like, while everyone's, like, showering, everything changing. He'd just kind of walk around, like, kind of owns the place.
Yeah.
And, like, he would, like, put one leg up on the bench and kind of just flaunt his stuff. And it's like, no.
Please don't.
Please don't.
Please be less comfortable with yourself.
I mean, he's already a big fella, but he ain't big down there. And so it wasn't impressive at all.
Oh. No.
Yeah, but he just thought he was a big hot shot.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm talking about right now.
He has that mentality. I definitely know who you're talking about. I played baseball with him too.
But only in the locker
not
room.
before, not in high school or anything.
Yeah.
Before that.
But that's where I played with him.
Okay.
He played
You don't know him.
You play football with him.
No,
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm-hmm. I guess I never really got the flaunting around because he was in like a different aisle from me.
Yeah.
So
Well,
maybe,
with baseball,
but I could definitely see him doing it.
With baseball, we only had like I think 1.5.
Oh yeah,
riots.
we filled the locker room.
Yeah.
In football. There's like 50 guys in the football team.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. And then I just did not also feel comfortable with like guys being like, oh yeah, look at him. Like the quiet ones are always like hung, and when people were talking about that in the locker room, it's like, why?
Why?
Let's stop talking. I remember, God, there was
also.
you
go.
I was just gonna say there was this really awesome experience that I had. I never had the fortune of showering with other people, but there was this time in some communal class that we had, and two of the football players were talking. Or rather, one of them was talking to the other one, and just kept talking about like how fun it was to shower with the guys. The other person was not engaged. The other person was like, "Please stop talking, the entire time." But he kept talking about how this one person was exceptionally hairy, and the guy's like, "Huh, yeah, huh." And then the other guy was like, "How about like that one guy pees on everybody?" And it's like, "What?" Back up.
Yup.
I feel like I need to report a crime. Like, this is disgusting.
So disgusting.
And why are guys like this? I don't. It's vile.
Maybe it's a defense mechanism.
I guess, but
they don't want people to think that like they're awkward with this, so they try to be overly not awkward, and it's worse.
Yeah.
I don't think that's solved by everybody is to take a dump right now. That's never in life is that ever the solution.
It's not.
No.
You said something that reminded me. What was I going to say?
I stopped and I gave you the floor.
I know, but what were we talking about when I stopped?
We were talking about
The thing I said was hung.
baseball. We were talking about
you said something about a hairy guy.
yeah.
So we on the football team, we had a guy who had a really hairy ass, and everybody thought it was like a meme. So everybody would like talk about it all the time.
Oh no.
And it was like, okay, yeah, it's funny. I remember what I was going to say earlier too. It's the fact that we're all freshmen and like it's awkward. Nobody had ever done this before, so I feel like people were quick to jump to being super okay with it, and it got to the point where there was even some like bullying going on. Where like there was a kid on my team who took forever to get okay with it, so he would wear like his compression shorts when he showered, which I guess that's fine. That's what you have to wear, and you're not comfortable with being naked right now.
Yeah.
And they would pick on him, and it's so bad. They're like,
everybody calm down.
No, yeah, like
what is going on here?
On the baseball team, we literally had some bullying happen. Like there was one kid who he was born prematurely, so he had a baby peen.
Baby peen.
Baby peen. That was his nickname.
No, you don't want to give people a nickname based on their penis.
How old was this guy?
We were in freshman year.
How old was this? So was it freshman or baseball?
Freshman baseball.
14,
Okay.
13, 14.
Well, I wasn't thinking of who's a kid. I was wondering if it was somebody I know who has that problem, and it's not. Because there was somebody that was.
There's somebody I know that was on the football team who was developed but still had a baby peen. Nobody said anything because he was like the coolest guy on the team.
Oh no!
And so they wouldn't pick on him because he was like a great guy.
How horrible is that, though?
Horrible.
Why
Oh my
do
God.
people? Fine.
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate. I feel as though. Okay.
Are you making me a timer, by the way?
No.
Okay, I have this timer, but we had like a delay at the beginning, so
What time are we at?
we're about 2 minutes from an hour on here.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna say to comment on this to go on the limb. I think that we should do more group showering younger in life.
Okay.
Not in any sense of like sports, like that kind of thing, where it should be typical. The only downside, of course, rape and
Yeah.
getting molested by adults is kind of a concern because, quite
Thinking
frankly,
about younger, like prepubescent.
I mean, just a situation where like if you do this in high school, it's not the first time that it happens because it's so awkward to be like in the middle of.
Middle schoolers are worse people, though. I'd
Yeah.
rather start in high school than in middle school.
But I would rather start in I'm saying elementary school. I'm saying
Okay,
like
so
fourth
prepubescent.
grade.
Yeah.
Prepubescent, yeah.
Before like the actual like health class, and you learn shit.
Right.
Yeah, like before it's taboo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Before it's just like super weird. Before people realize that you have social expectations.
Yeah.
And I understand that's also kind of weird. I mean, there's a lot of things to deal with it, but I just think as a culture we should be more okay with it. Just because whenever
I
we
mean,
see...
that's the big issue with America is that it's got a very anti-nakedness and anti-sex culture.
Yeah.
And when it should be flipped, where it should be anti-violence, but it isn't.
And the other thing, though, too, is that I think that it's hard to not sexualize a human body because it's just such a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that ultimately causes more problems for this, they're trying to do something. It actively hurts itself.
Yeah.
The argument doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I mean, even now, I probably have a bravado to like go and do it. But since I never did in high school, it's already kind of a weird thing to me. Like, it would all be acting, and I would feel really uncomfortable with it. I think.
Yeah. Going back to like violence versus sex in America, I think I'm just processing this now. I think that's a lot of like the reason gun violence is such a big, or like gun laws are such a big deal, is that we've grown up in this culture where violence is okay. Not, I mean, like okay on screen and like okay in media.
Yeah.
And so it isn't taboo to own a gun.
Right.
When in other countries it is, and that's why there are more strict gun laws.
Oh yeah.
So that's just what makes us different, and that's sort of why I can see the other foot for the people that are like really defensive and want everybody to have guns. It's like maybe not that far, please, no.
Yeah.
But like I can definitely see why people defend the Second Amendment so much.
Oh yeah, it's very rational, like from their experience and things that are going on. But I mean, rationality in a circumstance like this, you should probably be able to go beyond it and see like objective, like what should it be, what. Because I mean, the problem is that you have places like Australia who have like completely limited guns and their mass shootings are like 0, and it's like, well, that works for Australia. Can that work for us? And that is different, but it doesn't. Especially won't work if everyone is like, absolutely not. They won't even consider it. They won't even deal with
even
the
our
idea.
policies.
It's not hot in here. We have a fan on. My mom just walked in, by the way, everyone.
Hello.
Cool.
Do you need something, or can we finish
We
this?
won.
Oh,
I got
fun!
to play.
They won their
Nice.
softball game. Wait, wasn't this like the first round in the
We
tournament?
won 12 to 1. Or 12 to 1.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh.
You
13
killed
to
them.
2, I think.
Mercy
A
rule.
slaughter.
I like
At
that.
bottom of 5 innings.
Wow.
Next week we play Redeemer.
Oh,
Bryce.
Redeemer's like the rival, everyone.
Bryce
Uh.
and Jeremy, those guys.
They play on Redeemer?
Yeah, they go to
Oh,
Redeemer.
I didn't know that.
Destroy them.
Is there a reason why the lights needs to be on in that other bedroom?
No, you can turn it off. I was just getting stuff out of there and putting it in here.
Just know Alicia's going to be standing here.
Yeah, no, we'll clean up. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Wait, when is Alicia coming?
I don't know.
Okay. We're gonna finish this.
Proud of you.
What are you doing?
We're making a podcast.
Live it, dream it, do it.
Well, on that note, I think it's about time to wrap things up.
What? Great note.
Yeah, we're gonna add an hour too.
Okay. Well, I just want to say that our policies, they're very much so reactionary than preventative.
I agree.
Yeah.
Like, we need to, like, shift our focus to, like, it seems like in order for something to be there, for policy to be made, something has to happen first.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And, to,
And
like,
even then,
like, even then,
sometimes it
sometimes
doesn't
it'll
happen.
still won't, like, cause any, like, force to move policies in Congress or whatever. But it's like, we need to learn to make policies that would help us in the future in the long run, rather than,
Yeah.
shit, something happened, let's do something about it.
I also hear this argument. I'll let you hold on to your thought. I hear this argument where putting restrictions on this isn't going to stop the criminals from having it. So then why do it at all? And it's like, well, then those same people are like pro drug war, where it's like we should ban all drugs. It's like, well, if people are going to get them anyway,
Right.
where's their mentality for that argument?
Mhm.
Like they just lose that. They're like, no, ban them anyway. It's like
It's always hypocritical.
it's always hypocritical.
Hypocritical.
Hippopotamus.
Hippopotamus.
I was going to say, in relation to reactionism, and honestly even this, I think, and I like that memes exist, because it's an instrument for culture to develop and create a new consensus without having there to be something, because suddenly social justice is such a huge deal, and a lot of the things are fueled by memes and social media and things, people seeing things and being able to commodify it.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people who, I mean, to their discredit, are very stupid, and they have no idea what's going on, and they never would, but they hear about things on the, memes don't always have to be funny. It just has to be something that they see. And social media allows them to have more of a knowledge base, even if it's wrong or not complete, like they actually have an idea of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, I like where things are with technology.
Okay. And hopefully things get better and not worse.
Right.
Well, thank you everybody for watching or listening. We had fun. This was our first official time doing this. We're going to try to do it weekly. That's the idea, at least. Have a great day, everyone.